At the top of it, it's an unholy mess at the Demons, as a second day of detail emerged from the weekend fight, including that Jake Melksham had been sent for surgery on a hand injured in the incident.
Just extremely disappointed. I know I've let a lot of people down, especially myself and the footy club.
We sit here this morning with the question mark over the Melbourne Footy Club. There are a lot of people out there now who are saying, righto, this is a sign of a club that have taken their eye off the ball.
How disappointed were the events of Sunday night when you heard that's going?
It was flattening. I've been embarrassed the last 2 days. I've come out quite frequently talking about this sort of stuff, how we speak to each other, and almost praising it on how we've been doing it as a group. And we've had a setback here. Those two boys are very remorseful. They're role models in society, and what they did was unacceptable. Violence is not the answer. Violence is never the answer. So that's why the punishment was brought down to both of them. The public shame that they both have, and there's stories coming out left, right and centre, like they're both feeling a bit of shame.
The psychological aftermath of winning the premiership often hits a team in the middle of a year, particularly Melbourne. I mean, they've won their 10 games. It's easy to start thinking ahead to what's going to happen in September. It's not unusual to me that there is a very slight slackening off.
I don't think we're out of form at all. I'm really excited against one of the informed teams of the comp in Collingwood this week. The wheels definitely haven't fallen off.
My God.
So Melbourne on trial in a way that they haven't been for a long time.
And when Matthews speaks, everyone stops and listens.
He's always said that.
Always,
he said whatever that premiership hangover dynamic is, it's in the middle of winter. It's not at the start of the year.
I wonder if Simon Goodwin should have done a Justin Longmuir and got up and say, stop getting ahead of yourselves. Everyone. Maybe they did. We won't know, Jared. We spoke about this last night. No, we won't repeat let's talk about the events of today. So we've woken up today and the stories come out that Jake Melksham's going in for surgery. They started off by saying this was a scuffle. Oh, it's not a scuffle. It's a brawl. It's a fight. And where the teammates have got in. So I think Melbourne supporters have every right to think, they've underplayed this. But that's what clubs do. They play it down and then the truth comes out and everyone goes, oh, you media people, let it go. But it's the media who actually find out what happened. So it's been, unveiled today. He's gone in for a cut. So he's punched someone in the mouth and his tooth has opened up his hand. Not ideal. Not ideal. Now, Jay Clark's reporting tonight there was more banter. And Max Gawn, let me say, I don't know what your opinion is. Once again, we saw Max Gawn, a human being, a captain, be really, really strong.
Yep.
No ducking and diving. Well, actually, we've spoken about this banter stuff before, this bullshit that we all say to each other. We've addressed it. And we've let ourselves down. And I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. They're ashamed. Well done, Max. And that's why he's Max Gawn. So well done. So will it play a role? No one knows, Jared.
No, it will only ever be told in hindsight.
Absolutely.
And you have to be living it at the moment. So the interesting aspect to me right now is, so Gawn was very specific that he says that the phrase which was quoted that we wouldn't have won the flag if you had played, that didn't get said. Now, there are conflicting reports around that. To read Jay Clark's in-depth piece, there was clearly... So Stephen May is your worst mate on the drink. That's really
now that's
clear.
becoming apparent.
And there was clearly an element of those who had played in the premiership and those who hadn't played in the premiership. And talking to Luke Hodge today, he says this is the risk. The risk is if you get that separation in the group based on that. So those who haven't played in the premiership, when they look into today and see what's being said...
It's a wise comment, isn't it?
So what does that look like within the four walls and how does that play out over the duration? We won't know, and it'll be a story told in hindsight.
Have you ever thought of that? I'll be honest, I haven't. For those who missed out. I've never thought that there could be a divide.
So if May was chipping away at Smith as, I played with a nick in my hamstring and you missed... And if he said something even remotely like what had been reported around Melksham, there's your fracture.
You're going to hate this, but he deserves a clip. I know violence is not the answer, but my God, Stephen May, by all reports, he's a really, really good bloke. A really good bloke. But when he gets on the juice, he opens his mouth. So maybe stop getting on the juice and opening your mouth and getting yourself in trouble. But again, Jared, I'm big on redemption. I'm massive on redemption in life because everyone makes mistakes. Stephen May's got an opportunity now to get up and say what you said, but actually act. Act from here on in. And the football club, act for the here on in. Like Max, you spoke today, get the club to follow your wisdom again. Stephen May, you owe the club. You owe the club. And you go out and give everything you got, but, you know, knuckle back down. You could be the difference. So get your priorities right and keep your tongue in your mouth.
And it's an interesting journey for them as a group, I think. So they haven't been a long-term successful club. This is their first experience of it. So we said on Monday night, my view was that they're the best team in it, but they're not a great team yet. And how you conduct yourself as a great team and over a long period of time, they haven't lived that journey for a long time. So if the reference point, say, was Richmond in 2020, they'd been a great team for 3.5 years at that point. This is a Melbourne team who's trying to discover how to be consistently great and how to rule over a season. So I think it's a fascinating moment for them to deal with, and then what it looks like when they take the field, whether it does have an impact on their footy. They've got this feature game on a public holiday, and then they have a bye, and then they've got Brisbane. They've lost 2 in a row. Let's see it. Let's see how it looks like when they come together on the field.
I've got ultimate confidence that this club will get itself back together. I think incidents happen in footy clubs that don't get out, but when they do get out, they try and play them down, and then when the truth comes out, everyone goes, why didn't you just tell us the whole truth, and this story would be over on Monday? Now it's still leading our show on Wednesday, okay, and Melbourne, when's Goody speaking?
Friday.
Right, so there's another day of it when Simon Goodwin speaks on Friday, and he can't say, no, we've put that behind us. No, you're the coach of the club, Simon. What do you think about that? So this will turn into almost a week
And then they'll
story.
play in the full glare of a public holiday game, and then Simon will be with us in the aftermath of that game. And we know in footy, it comes to the business of winning and losing.
Is Simon Goodwin here on Monday night?
He'll be at the MCG. He'll be part of our coaches' night from the G.
Goody, don't say anything on Friday. Save it all for our show on Monday. I shouldn't make light of it, but anyway, we'll see how it plays out.